Jimmy Garner, and this lovely young lady is a fine actress. She plays Bob Newhart's wife, Emilia, on the cleverly enough title, The Bob Newhart Show. Would you welcome? She's a little dingy. No, dingy's not a nice.
She's not dingy.
Well, I mean dingy, I mean outgoing, gregarious.
She's outgoing, but she's very lovely.
I'm not dingy.
I don't think. That's what I said.
Would you welcome the dingy, Suzanne Pleshette? I was right. Are you going right to bed from here or what?
I'd like to. Take a little nap.
Yes, they look like pajamas.
Wait a minute. I
what
never
you...
can handle this right. How's that?
Very chic pajamas.
Something always gets caught where it shouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Elegant?
Yes, it is. How do they describe that in the women's wear? I mean, what would this be? A lounging...
It's probably what's wrong with this picture. Everything.
No, I'm serious.
No, because when I try and get my act together, something always goes wrong. I usually get a spot on the elbow. I gave an award the other night. Mary Tyler Moore was honored as the Woman of the Year by the Hollywood and Radio Television, whatever they were.
Yes.
Which was charming.
International Radio and Television
Right.
Society.
And I had on just a very elegant white chiffon gown with little bows, and I reached over with my boarding house reach, which was so classy. Grace Kelly never does that. The whole bow went right into the coffee, and I was making the award like this. They thought, oh, the poor child is afflicted, you know.
You handled yourself very well.
Didn't I? I did. And all those Japanese names, you know, Tetsu and Kachimuchu. And I was up there all by myself. It's
These were
so
for the
lonesome.
commercials, were they not?
Yeah.
The best commercials?
They are so funny, so wonderful. I didn't notice any of yours represented there, but some of them were.
They had their own
amusing.
separate category.
Yes. I have to tell you something strange has happened in my life.
Really?
I'm a
Sounds like
daughter again.
You're
That's
what?
why I'm trying to be very elegant tonight.
You're a daughter again?
Yes, my mother and father have moved to Los Angeles.
Oh,
My
I see what you
father
mean. I couldn't figure that out.
Is running the Schubert Theater, which
Out
is
here?
terrific because I get lots of freebies. I go in, hello, I'm Mr. Plechette's daughter, boom, right in.
He did that in
Second
New
row
York
center.
all his life, did he not?
Yes, he had the Paramount Theater then. When
And
I
you
was
got to
very
go-
popular, and I haven't had a friend since he lost the theater.
And you get free tickets?
Yes. Would you like to go, sweetheart? You my
I was
best
just
friend?
there. I was
Huh?
just there the other night at the Schubert Theater to see
See Sunshine Boys?
Jack Albertson and Sam Levine and Sunshine Boys.
Oh, it's terrific. I love it. And they're here. And, you know, I had the blonde hair up until about 12 minutes ago.
I know your hair changes frequently when
Well,
you come here.
I got a letter from somebody who watched your show. It was really very funny. She said, next time you want to change something, move the furniture.
Cruel. That's cruel.
And it's interesting that people who asked me why I did it were always people who had dyed hair.
Yeah.
So my final answer turned out to be, well, same reason you did, sweetheart. You know, and they left me alone. They were very sweet.
What difference does it make?
But it doesn't. I mean, it's just fun to fool around. But my mother and father got off the plane with her plant, which she calls Mother, which is the mother of all the other little plants that have sprung from it. And she said, Jean, Suzanne's not here. I was standing right in front of her.
And
He
she
said,
didn't
that
know.
blonde broad over there, that's your daughter.
Your mother brought a plant on the plane?
Yes.
Are
Well,
you
they
allowed to-
moved everything, you know, they gave
I
up.
didn't know you could bring plants into California.
Well, it's not a rare exotic thing. It's just a frond. You know, it was a grape ivy.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that without stopping at the border or
They
something.
just put a little avocado dressing
Don't you
on
have
it.
to
She
do
said
that?
it was her salad.
Oh, I see. She came off eating the plant, and who bothered her?
Mother's strange.
Is your mother a little, is
Oh,
that where you
yes.
pick it up?
I beg your pardon.
Is that where you pick up your joie de vivre,
Yes.
your love of life,
Don't
your...
you think I'm a tribute to mental health?
Yes. But
Let's take a poll. I think I'm healthy.
do you follow your mother or father? I mean, what's that?
Thank you. I've got a story to tell you, if I may.
We have nothing
Well,
planned.
you know me as
We're here for the show anyway, you know.
you know me as a nice married lady, right?
Certainly.
And I told you that nothing racy ever happens to me.
Yeah, I never read in the
I
fad
lied.
magazines about some
No,
kind
I
of...
lied. Before I met Tommy,
Did something happen?
there is a man here tonight with whom I was nude. James Garner, and I'm going to tell it to you right here. His wife and his child are here, and I'm going to tell you the truth. We did a picture together, and I did my one and only nude scene.
Are you putting this on?
No, I swear to God. Picture called Mr. Budwing, which you may or may not remember.
remember
We've
the
chosen
picture.
to forget it. And I had to do this nude scene. I mean, I was covered. I had, well, how do you do it neatly? I had pasties and little briefs. But when you're the only one out there in that costume and everybody's got a turtleneck and, you know, boots and a saddle, and all of a sudden everybody has a light to hold and all the executives come
Yes.
down. Just checking, we want to make sure the budget is right.
Did they really do that?
And, oh, yeah, everybody. They're silly about it. And I was dying. And I will tell you...
What was the scene?
We were husband and wife in bed, and then I'm seen leaving for a later scene where I'm supposed to be nude under a coat. So you saw my back. But here's Jimmy Garner, this big rock, this tough guy, who knew that I was in agony, I was dying, and he was so dear and so sweet and so protective that I will love him till the day I die. And I'm sure that's not the story he once told about him, but I'm telling it right here and now.
So that was your one and only?
My one and only. And then 2 weeks later,
What were you wearing the pasties for? If only your back showed. I mean, if that part wasn't seen anyway, I mean, I don't understand.
Well, you must understand, when you have as fantastic a body as I do,
Yes.
you have a responsibility to the other people. You don't want, you know, I mean, we're there to conduct business. No, we don't want the crew crazed.
Crazed and
Not so they can't do
animal-like.
their
Of
work,
course, I
you know.
understand.
But I had these things stuck on, and I couldn't get them off. And I couldn't twirl them either. I mean, if the truth is...
They didn't light up or anything.
No.
The exotic dancers use those, don't they?
No,
Don't they put them
yes,
on
they
with
do.
some kind of adhesive?
Yes, but I think they used Permabond in my case. You've read about it. So, I mean, here it's sexy, right? I mean, this little thing, I figured I could go. I mean, in those days we didn't have topless clubs. But I thought, how am I going to get this off? Because it can't be my life's work to work, you know, with these things. I finally soaked them in the bathtub. Now, this is a glamorous... I'm like this, hanging around. And they went boom, boom like that, and I never needed a rubber ducky again. I just let them float.
Just let them float in?
About 3 or 4 weeks.
What a tender, lovely story.
Yeah.
Another secret revealed right here.
Yes, there is a little tiny follow-up.
On Hollywood
to this,
Hotline.
If I may just, with all due respect to James, I went to see 2 weeks later Americanization of Emily with a girlfriend of mine in Westwood, and you know how wonderful he was in that. And I'm looking at it like a fan, right? I don't know that I'm an actress. And I thought, oh, isn't he wonderful? Isn't he attractive? Oh, my God, I was in bed with him nude 2 weeks ago. It never had anything to do with the fact that he was there.
Well,
now,
it's business. It's a professional
that's right.
thing.
But, I mean, I will tell you how this all wound up. Nothing provocative and sexy. I am the mother of his godchild, and his wife is one of my closest friends.
Well, that's good. We cleared that up right here on Hollywood Hotline.
That's what we're telling you here. Hi, Lois, sweetheart, darling. He was nothing.
Here you almost were out of the woods on that. Right, we'll take a short break here, and we're going to come back after this commercial, and we're going to talk some more and do all kinds of...
If you're used to driving a big, comfortable car, maybe you should consider driving a smaller, comfortable car. Take a look at this. The American Motors Matador. Matador has plenty of room like a big car, but it's also easy on gas like an economy car. You see, Matador comes standard with a gas-saving 6, and it's backed by the exclusive AMC Buyer Protection Plan. And oh yes, this Matador has one other rather economical feature: the price.
When you say Budweiser.
There are maybe 6 million skiers in America, but only a handful who can do it like this. Being really good at anything has never been easy. The Budweiser people understand that, too. They're making sure that caring isn't just a memory.
When you say Budweiser, you've said it all.
Hello again.
You live alone? If you just joined us, that's the way it goes. I don't know what else to say. But we have your friend and your co-partner,
Yes,
Jimmy Garner, with us tonight, and Robert Klein and Jack Haley Jr.
that's a terrific lineup.
Yeah, do you ever do a Western? You're from New York, right?
Yes. You know how physical I am.
You're active, aren't you?
No, if I
Not
don't
really?
have, I would prefer to be carried by litter bearers everywhere. I
You
don't like
believe
to
in-
move. No, I don't believe in physical exercise, as you can tell by my body falling apart.
No, come on now.
No, I once took a tennis lesson because we inadvertently bought a house with a court, which we discovered after we'd bought it. And I thought it was decadent not to try,
And you took a lesson.
so I bought all those outfits. I looked like Gussie Moran until I got the racket out. And a very lovely man, came up to give me a lesson, and I did one of those shots. My form was wonderful, and I cut his shin open.
That was the end of the
Did
tennis?
I do that? He said, no. He said, but I think you ought to zip up your case and never play again. So that was that. And as for horses, I'm terrified of them and have done several westerns. You will see me mount with great authority, and then you'll see a broken human being going, nobody knew he moved! Oh, and they have 17 wranglers holding the horse. If its tail moves, I mean, I'll only accept them if I can ride a cab.
But you don't like horses?
No, I did another picture with Jimmy. I was dressed for this one. And I was supposed to have a rig with 2 horses, and they said, just get in and go, yahoo, and then we'll cut, and then the stunt girl will take it and supposed to ride over Jimmy. And he's got guts, and he's very agile. I went yahoo, and they didn't know they were supposed to cut. And those 2 horses kept going, right at Jimmy. And they rolled, the film kept going, and I became hyperthyroid. My eyeballs were out, and obscenities spewed from, I know you don't think that I'm capable of this.
Of course not, knowing
But
as well as I do.
please to the Lord and obscenity simultaneously. And the wranglers jumped upon the bodies of the horses, and Jimmy rolled out of the way. And that was the last time I've ever been
Did they
involved with
keep
an
that
animal.
spot in with you driving?
No,
That would have been good because
It was out of character, though, because I was supposed to be able to handle that.
horses do the same way. I don't know why.
I also have trouble with guns. When you're supposed to, I always have those heavy parts where you go, all right, baby, and this is it. I'm
And you
always
don't
a
like
tough
guns.
broad. The gun jams, I break my nail, my eyes close when I fire it. Now, Victor Buono and I have
Who was
done...
it told that story one night? Some well-known Western.
Edward G. Robinson.
Yes, Mervyn
Mervyn.
Leroy was on the
Mervyn.
show when they did Little Caesar. And here he's playing the toughest gangster of all times, and every time he would fire the gun, he closed his eyes. And they had a terrible time of getting him to fire this gun without blinking.
Well, I'm not
You do
very
the same
good
thing?
at that. I've done about 5 different pictures with Victor Buono in which we actually played the same people of different nationalities. One time he was Chinese, and we were in Istanbul once, and we're playing the same scene we've played in 6 other films. You're going to give me the jewels, or my dear, I'm going to get, and he's got the white suit on, and I'm playing either Mary Astor or Peter Lawford. I'm not sure which one I was supposed to. Peter Lorre, right. And he's Sidney Greenstreet. And there were Turkish extras, and they're very excited, and they're screaming, and we're having this whole exchange. And 2 Turks fell out of the stands on our heads and attached itself to my hairpiece. And this Turk had my hairpiece hanging from his belt. While Victor and I were saying, and you'll give me the jewels, and I'll go, and we'll do. Very cool.
And your hairpieces and your...
In the man's belt. And I never knew it.
Maybe you're
Went
not
right
cut
up.
out for this kind of work.
No, I don't think so. I'm really a klutz.
Are you
I'm
accident-prone? You mentioned those things happen?
Yes. I fall off curbs. I'm talking to Tommy, but I'm never looking where I'm going. I fell on the couch once while we were reading. Just went.
And fell on the couch.
Just fell right there.
Just came over you, huh?
I told you I wasn't physical.
Was it because
So I
of
would
your...
have no children.
Well, that panics you also, huh? Was it because of your upbringing, being from the city?
Well, in New York, you'll have to learn to move fast, and
Yeah, I
you
would
can't be
think so.
sedentary there. I don't think that's actually the reason, but I did have a strange upbringing, because my father had, at that time, the New York Paramount, and in those days, things were lean, when I was a youth, 2-3 years ago.
Of course.
And when my mother couldn't get a babysitter, she would leave me with a house detective at the Hotel Astor in a vacant room till my father closed the theater, and he
That's
would
crazy.
babysit for me. He'd get free passes for
The
that.
house dick at the Astor. We
Yeah.
know him well, don't we?
We
Ed?
do, yes.
And they'd go, have you got a broad in that room? He'd say, have I got a broad in this with the bottle in my mouth, And then I'd go to Lindy's when the theater closed, and I'd have my bottle. And
Well,
they'd
that's a
have their
strange
breakfast.
upbringing for a
Yeah.
child.
But I never knew it was strange, and they're so regular, nice, such good people with
Yeah.
such good values that somehow there was a wonderful balance.
Is that why you wanted to be an actress, because you were around it? Or did that ever occur to you at the time?
Well, it's a different field. The variety field really is a different field.
Right.
I saw the great variety performers. I mean, the first time I ever went on stage, I was 3 years old, and the Andrews Sisters were playing at the Paramount, and Patty was ill. So Maxine and Laverne took me on stage, and I loved it. They couldn't
3
get
years
me
of age.
off. You saw this hook, which was my father's arm, pulling me off by the diapers. But that was my first taste of it. It felt comfortable. I think that some of the most wonderful people I know are in this business. People tend to say actors are children, and I think they have more responsibility than many people in large corporations.
But we are childlike. That's true. A lot
Well-
of entertainers are childlike.
I think that we're willing to express emotion and show emotion. In that respect, we're purer. I don't think we're so insulated. But I don't think that's childlike. I think that's wonderful, and I wish everybody could be like that.
I've never been called pure before. It's kind of nice.
Maybe I better reconsider that.
Yes, there are exceptions to every rule, aren't there? All right, I'm going to sell something. Then we'll bring Jim out and get his version of this sordid affair that you had.
Smooth.
Maybe you should take one
Class.
before you sell it.
See, this is very important how you do this. The way you audition for this job, you must bring up the arm very carefully and place the elbow on the desk. Lots of people are not able to do this.
But you're holding it upside down.
Oh, excuse me. Kind of work. And then you keep it in close to display the product at all times. Then you get clever things to say like, stay with us. Or we'll be right back after this commercial. We have a word from Excedrin. Then which you can see here.
What do you take for pain? If you take common aspirin tablets, let me tell you something. I think my pain reliever works better than your pain reliever. And there were 2 important medical studies on pain other than headache where it did. One at a leading university, the other at a major hospital. In these studies, what I take for pain worked better than what you take, if what you take is common aspirin. What do I take? Excedrin, the extra strength pain reliever. When you're in pain, try Excedrin and see if you still think your pain reliever works as well as mine.
If your child's cold sounds like this, you're probably just giving him aspirin. But aspirin alone can't help sniffles. That's why Congesperin, the children's cold tablet, combines children's aspirin plus a decongestant to help clear stuffiness and sniffles. Congesperin, it helps more than aspirin because it is more than aspirin. Hear how it works?
As you mentioned, Jim Garner is a fine actor. He's done a lot of different kind of roles, from light comedy to straight acting, and he will be starring in an NBC pilot called the Rockford Files, which will be March 27th. When will that be? That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
March 27th? It's Wednesday.
See, he yells from back there, too.
You see, everybody yells before they get on. Wednesday at 8:30, right, Jim?
Something like that.
Would you welcome James Garner? What do you mean something like that? It's at 8:30. Yeah.
Is it 8? 8 or 8:30? I don't know,
have it
John.
right
I really
here.
don't.
They wrote it down for me. 8:30 p.m., March 27th.
How about that? It's 8:30.
That's a Wednesday. That's right, and that
Yes.
will be on right on our net.
How are you, Ding?
Fine, sweetheart. You look good dressed, too.
Thank you. She never lets me play with the rubber duckies.
Now, was her version of this this tryst? Well, that's not the right word for it. This movie you made together, a fairly accurate description of the.
It's fairly close. Actually, she wasn't altogether nude. We had this. We won't go through the bedroom scene.
Yes.
But we were out on the Queensboro Bridge. She was really wearing a trench coat over it. She just flashed a little, you know.
Your apartment was right near there. Remember?
Yes, I know the location well.
It was 5 degrees below zero.
Was this scene?
Yeah. And I must say, this poor girl, and I was so kind to her. I said, why don't you get in the back of the limousine? We didn't have any dressing rooms or anything. Back of the limousine, and we'll keep you warm, you know.
Always the gentleman that you are.
Oh, always been a gentleman, and I'm very, very concerned about the actress, you know.
Of course.
I tried my best to keep her warm. I've got bruises, scars, everything.
Well, you've had your career, though, in the pictures you've made, there have been several scenes that have been. Well, it almost sounds passé nowadays because of the.
What are you trying to say, John?
Bedroom scenes, a characterization of Emily. Americanization.
Americanization of Emily, yeah. We had 3 nude girls in
That's
that
true.
picture. That was one of the first.
And that's really almost passé now with what they're doing in motion pictures.
Oh,
isn't
it was a big thing then.
Yeah.
Oh, they made such a. They had a snit about that, you know, until they saw the film. And they said, well, that wasn't bad. You know, what was wrong with that? It was done in very good taste.
Yes, it was.
I liked it.
You see, everybody thinks that's very glamorous, but as you know, with all of those, the cameras and the people and the technicians and the directors and everything, that's got to be a strange...
You can imagine what Suzanne went through, 5 degrees below zero, with traffic going along the Queensboro Bridge, and the poor girl's out there with a trench coat and whatever else you had under there, which was very, very little.
Yeah.
They had 3 tugboats run into the bridge that day. But other than that, it was not, but it's not, you know, it's not all that glamorous at times.
Let's talk about this series. Well, this projected series, is it not? The Rockford Files?
Projected series, yeah. We may or may not.
You had a long run in Maverick. You had a long run in Maverick.
They
How many
may
years?
be picked up, they may not. You never know when you make them. Look at you, John. Nobody had any idea you'd still be here. Did I say something wrong?
No, that's true. No, when you start a show, if you can look ahead 5 years, 3 years, and say, I'll be doing that show 3 years from now, that you wouldn't even think
look
about
ahead
it.
for 3 days. If I figure if I'm still doing it in 3 days, I got it made.
Did you get antsy? Did you want to do something? Is that it?
I think that's what it is. I get tired of loafing, you know. When you finish a picture, and I always figure I'm in between job. That's singular. I mean, you never know if you're ever going to get another job. I know so many actors. Henry Fonda's that way. Henry Fonda feels like...
He's always doing something.
I mean, he hasn't been doing it long now, folks. Something like... he's about 50 years, and
if he's not working, he'll do a play or something. He'll go on the road in stock.
But I couldn't find anything I really wanted to do, and I was approached by Roy Huggins, who did the Maverick series with me, and he had a good idea for a series, and we did it, and I like it. Somebody once said that many actors don't get depressed when they're not working, but when they're working, because everything seems to be going so well. You know, when everything's going real well, a lot of people say, hey, it's all going too well. Yeah, no, when I'm working, I look better, I think. I feel better. I want to get up in the morning. The alarm clock never goes off. I mean, I don't care if it's 5:30 in the morning, I'll beat it up by 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm anxious to go to work. Is that series still playing, obviously playing somewhere on reruns, Maverick, is it not? I don't know, John. I don't get residuals. You don't? No. That was before residuals. I'm the only actor that ever did a television series for 3 years, and it cost me $8,000. Oh, I'm a good businessman, too. You must have my Bert Bushkin. Yes. Bombastic Bushkin lines. Bombastic Bushkin. They call him in the trade. No, I don't know. I understand. People tell me they see it occasionally, but I don't. I've never seen it. They had you now. This happens. They talk about typecasting. Somebody does a picture that's successful. You played a lot of roles where you played officers, right? Oh yeah. Or the young. Yeah. Oh, the first thing I ever did. JG, and so forth. First thing I ever did was a Cheyenne episode, and I was the irate lieutenant. Right. You always got to have an irate lieutenant if you're doing a cavalry or army or something. I mean, how can a hero look smart if you don't have somebody dumb? So you played the second Louis I played the dumb guy. Yeah. You know, you got to go by the book. Well, everybody knows that no hero goes by the book, right? And I got to be the irate lieutenant. I was good at it. Yeah? Yeah, I was dumb. You like those roles, huh? Typecasting. And then I graduated to the other guy. That's right. Well, then you were the lead. That was all. And they got another guy who played the dumb. Yeah. Yeah, I like those guys. That I got to look more superior than. Is there any role that you haven't done or you turned down in your career that you wish you'd have done? No, I don't think so. No, that's going to go nowhere. Well... Is there any role that you took that you wish you hadn't? I've only played one. Is there any role that somebody else took that you wish you'd done? Is there a role I could do that you wish? I always took the wrong one, John. No, I don't know. I'm not the type of actor who, I don't want to do King Lear. I don't want to do, Shakespeare or any of those. I do like to work, though. I like to keep busy. It's like somebody said, why are you going back into television, Gee, me, why not? I'm an actor. Yeah. I'm an actor, and that's my business, and as long as I can keep working, I don't care. It's like people pick on commercials. It's really bad. I remember years ago... You mean because actors do commercials? Because actors do commercials. They say, he's out of work. He can't get a job. Baloney, folks.
Have you seen Sir Lawrence Olivier standing
That's
around
right.
waiting for his picture to develop?
You're right. And
I say, it should be
ain't
coming
hurting
along
for
any
work.
minute now. You know, and he's...
When you're an actor, I think you should do everything, and I wouldn't be adverse to doing a commercial. I think that, you know, that's our business. So we should.
See, but you got to fit the commercial to the actor.
Yeah, but
You don't look like the $1.98 upset stomach type. You know, you got to get you something that matches.
Who do you need, John?
Very good.
I'm the before. You know, years ago there was a thing. If you were on Broadway, you know. And some actor on Broadway would go to Hollywood and they say, he's sold out, he's gone to Hollywood, you know. They looked down upon going to do motion pictures.
They did for a while, but...
Yeah, yeah, but then it came the motion picture actor, he's doing television. They looked down on it, right? Not so anymore. And it's the same thing with commercials, and it won't be long till
you have Helen Hayes doing a television
right.
special now, which I'm sure she wouldn't have thought of some years ago.
The medium's grown. I mean, when you think that if you really want to put it where it is, there's more money spent making television commercials than motion pictures and television shows together. And folks, we ain't in it for the fun.
Oh, certainly you are.
Oh, of course we are.
Yeah, you did some singing and dancing on a couple of shows you were in, did you?
One of the best, John.
What, didn't you do a couple of specials where they had you singing and...
Yeah, years ago. I did one with Bing Crosby, and I did a couple of dinosaur shows. The legs went, John.
The legs locked on. Legs locked, and that was...
Late and the wind.
You hardly ever see him on point anymore.
No, hardly ever. Hardly. I can't even get my... Geez, dancing. Dancing is not my thing. No, I found that out. When you go in front of about 30 million people and you're a klutz, it's bad. It's bad. I can't put one foot in front of the other.
Let me sell something here.
Okay.
Back, hold up. Oh, that's it right here. You have an interesting shampoo you use, don't you?
Yes.
For your hair.
That may be it.
Here's some news about hair color that's better than natural. Color Silk by Revlon.
At 9, Lauren's hair was brown. Innocent, ordinary brown. Lauren's not 9 anymore. She's not innocent, not ordinary. Her hair's not even brown anymore. She uses Revlon Color Silk and gets better than natural color. Color with some kick and extra conditioners for a show-off shine. Color Silk.
It's a whole lot better than natural.
With Color Silk, you get better than natural color. Color Silk hair color from Revlon. Beautiful.